Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to episode 3 of the Explorer Mage Progression series. There is so much content in today's episode. We did a ton of upgrading, we did a ton of cubing, a ton of training, and let's just start this video off by saying how good bishop training is. If you were looking to make a class that has extremely low effort training, bishop is definitely the class to make. I didn't think this character was going to be that good training, but after consistently training for the past couple of weeks, this class is absolutely amazing, and I do not regret my decision of changing to a bishop. Bishop is a class that has a built-in summon, and pairing that with Urda Fountain makes pretty much any map viable. Arcana was an absolute breeze training. As you guys can see from the footage, like, I didn't even have to move while I was training. Just sit in one spot, super AFK, super lazy, and really good rates. I got out of Arcana pretty quickly and then immediately moved to Morass. I trained and still am training at Shadow Dance Hall 2, aka Blue Shadows. This map is absolutely amazing for bishop. Again, it is super lazy, super straightforward. It takes a little bit of time to get used to, but once you get the rotation down, this map is absolutely insanely good for training. On top of that, we are also getting familiars. My original plan was to open up familiars on Kakashi, but since my Night Lord's familiars are not done, we're just gonna funnel everything we get on Kakashi at the moment and put it all on the Night Lord, and then when the Night Lord hits, we'll open fams on Kakashi and hopefully get lucky. Now, obviously, I didn't do all this training without having drop gear, so let's move into that next. As you guys could see from episode 1, I got extremely unlucky making my Meso drop gear. I spent about 35 bill and was only half of the way done, and in this episode, I spent another 30 bill on my Meso drop gear, and I am still not at max drop yet. I have spent 70 bill on my Meso and drop gear, and I only have 180 drop when farming. I don't know what is up with this character. It is just extremely unlucky when it comes to making Meso and drop. I didn't think I was gonna have to spend this much, and the crazy part about it is I've spent 70 bill and I've only seen a single double drop line on Kakashi, which is like, it's just unfathomable how unlucky that is, but it is what it is. Why? How? Oh my god, thank you, Lord, for giving me the bare fucking minimum. Holy shit. Okay, so I have 1 Meso, 2. What? Yo, how am I still so low? What the fuck? This is crazy. Oh my lordy lord. Oh my lordy lord. Oh yes, thank you. Oh my god. Wait, that actually is like huge. But how are we still so low? Like, I don't understand this. But like, I don't get it. Hopefully Kakashi gets lucky in other aspects in the game. And speaking of getting lucky, I did actually attempt to cube my emblem. I was like, if I got unlucky cubing Meso and drop gear, there's no way I get unlucky cubing the emblem. Fortunately, we did not get unlucky. I know there is a cube sale coming up around May. We'll get into that a little later in this video, and I'll talk about my plans moving forward. But on the emblem, I'm not sure how much we spent. I think it was anywhere in the range of 5 to 15 bill. I know that's like a really large gap. I just don't remember, but we ended up hitting 35 ID, 12 magic, 9 magic, which is actually really good. A double prime. I know bishop doesn't need ID, but if I do plan on job changing to fire poison, this will definitely be useful in the future. Fast forward throughout all the training that we did throughout the past couple of weeks, we are now sitting at level 240. I didn't think this would be possible, but I wanted to attempt Hard Lotus because we did make some gains, and I am a little bit more comfortable bossing on this class now. I think Hard Lotus is clearable. The time was a little bit iffy, but I did end up getting to P3 around 50% with 10 minutes left on the clock. I think that we could have cleared, but the issue was I ran out of G skills. All my buffs were expiring. If we had G skills and buffs the entire run, I think this would have been a very min damage clear. We don't have full superior set, so I think once we get the subset, we should be able to clear, because at the moment I'm just using some random Mechanator pendant with drop and 2-line int, so it's useless. But once we get that superior, that's an extra 30 ID, 30 boss, and 17 stars, and hopefully we can get that to 21 as well on a Shining Star Force. After Hard Lotus, I decided I wanted to cube my secondary because bishop does not need ID, and I just wanted to try and get a little bit lucky. We ended up spending 10 bill, but ended up with 40 boss, 9 magic, 30 boss, which I am happy about. I'm not sure the optimal bishop lines on a WSE, but I think boss magic is actually ideal. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know bishop has a ton of built-in ID and then just debuffs that it has, so ID is just completely useless on bishop, which in the future Kakashi will be doing Saren, and at that point I think we can attempt to get a Saren emblem. I still have yet to see one on my Bowmaster or Night Lord, so maybe Kakashi will be the first one to get an emblem, who knows. So now what are my plans moving forward? We're sitting at around level 240 at around 24k stat, which is actually pretty good. My plans moving forward is I'm going to save as much money as I can for this upcoming cube sale, or at least speculated cube sale. There should be one at around May, and once that hits, we are going to cube Kakashi for all 3 lines. I'm not gonna go for like 1299. It's just whatever 3 line we hit. That could be like all stat, int, all stat, int. Whatever we hit first, that's what we will be keeping, and then trying to get Kakashi up to like 40-ish k stat, as well as training it to Limina. I really want to get it to level 255 so it can start the liberation process, and also 260 to join a Saren party, and hopefully by that time I will have fams on Natu and I can start opening fams on this Explorer Mage, because one of the good things about an Explorer Mage is that it can use ID and boss fams, because if I do plan on switching to Fire Poison and switching back to Bishop, I can use the ID fams on a Fire Poison and the boss fams on a Bishop. It is very versatile, and that's one thing that's really good about maining an Explorer Mage is everything is super versatile. Let's say I hit a certain potential on my secondary, I can just go recube another one for a Fire Poison or for a Bishop, vice versa. I also have a second emblem that I am just throwing random cubes on, hoping to get 3-line magic attack. I know like the thought of that is really lucky, but you know what, it can happen. If we hit, we hit. If we don't, we don't. But yeah, this is gonna wrap up episode 3 of the Explorer Mage series. I hope you guys are enjoying this little progression series. I'm actually really enjoying this Bishop. As some of you guys know, I do enjoy grinding in this game a ton, and Bishop is very relaxing when grinding. It requires little to no effort, and you get very optimal rates, which is something I enjoy a lot. The bossing is a little but we're not even really at the point of being able to do any hard bosses, and I was pretty impressed with the Hard Lotus run, I'm not gonna lie. But saying that, this is gonna wrap up episode 3 of this series. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. It helps out the channel a ton, and as always, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.